Let's talk about the books, I guess. I don't know. Been working on a bit of series of books on random knowledge that I've been developing or I'm trying to understand. I really haven't been developing, it's more fucking trying to understand, less than developing, using modern physics and stuff. And this latest project, if you will, um, the first one, basically, I took some ideas I had for the pyramids and how they possibly used wind to charge the pyramid, to charge capacitors and create electrolysis, start the pyramid, to get the hydrogen, all that stuff. But basically, to get it to not be pseudoscience or not be making claims, I had to use modern physics to ask questions of what if. I mean, because we know that in the desert, the dry air, the wind, the friction will charge capacitor to capabilities, yada yada, so on and so forth. So that leads to the question, well, what if that's what they were doing? Did they understand this, and is that why they developed the philosophies that they did? Like, I mean, you could see like 2000, what was it, it's longer than, I don't even know when the pyramids were made. So I mean, however many thousands of years ago, they understood that the wind charged these capacitors. I don't even know how they figured that out, but I mean, there are videos of people in the middle of the desert, their hair standing on ends from the static electricity from the buildup, just from the capacitance of themselves. And such. But I think uh, it helped me develop a writing style that asks, what if? And I'm using it to write this new uh, book. Um, and I'm on it's chapter 7, but I mean, as I'm concluding, I worked through the home polar generator, and then the Zeldovich effect was chapter 2, and so on and so forth. And by the time we got to chapter 5, it stops. It says, because I'm using an AI to help me write it. And the goal is to ask what if, not build a machine, not do any of these things. But throughout the process, by the 5th chapter, it stops and says, I can't help you give instructions on how to build a perpetual motion machine. I could only, and I'm like, I didn't ask you to help me build a perpetual motion machine. But basically, what I got out of it was this, that the physics point to, if you have the proper frequencies and have the timing down, because basically what it is, it's a time machine, but not like you think. It's not like a machine that's going to travel back in time. It's a clock. I mean, the timing and frequency has to be perfect or it won't work. And I mean, so it needs an artificial intelligent brain to function. Like, it has to have a timing system so complicated or it won't function. But it basically proved that with this timing system and the artificial intelligence system that would be, stay on top of the frequencies and keep it at a super radiance, it would be a perpetual motion machine. You would get gain and stuff, which is funny to me because, I mean, the goal wasn't to build a perpetual motion machine. The goal wasn't to do any of those things. It was just to develop the questions that asks why it's not possible. And basically it came to the conclusion that it's very possible. And it's more about, we need better materials, because material science needs to catch up to the electronics, because the materials are going to fail and blow apart before. But I mean, in a sense, who cares? I mean, oh no, I got to change some parts every so often. Like if it runs for like fucking a year straight without batteries, that's pretty tits. Like even if it runs for a day, but I mean, the idea wasn't to build or give instructions on how to build perpetual motion. It was to ask the question of why it's not possible. And with modern day physics, it basically came to the conclusion that it can't help me finish the book because it's the instructions on how to build a perpetual motion machine. It ended up finished helping me. And I mean, it's not writing the book. I'm writing the book. I'm feeding it the information that I've built up over years of studying this stuff. Because, when you do this, people think you're, but when you can make it to where you are asking the question rather than demanding that this is how it is. If we can ask, if this is what this is, then how come, what's that mean for this? Like basically, a homopolar generator, if you have liquid contacts and the proper setup, you get 90 to 95% efficiency. That means that you're getting 90 to 95% of the energy you put into the machine back. You're only losing like 5%. So, I mean, if we use 10 volts to run the system, you're getting every amp and every volt up to 90 to 95%. So if we use 10 volts, we're getting 9 volts. 10 volts, 10 amps, you get 9 volts, 9 amps back. That's how the homopolar generator works. And then you take in consideration that a homopolar generator is just a rotating disc with a magnet. And the Zoldovich effect is collecting the reflection of the amplified reflection of a rotating mass. They throw sound waves, electromagnetic waves. They also use vortexes and fluids and fluid dynamics and stuff as well. But we'll stick with the disc. And if the experiments proved that they get 120% efficiency back, they used a standard DC motor to rotate a cylinder and used a 3-phase motor to shoot electromagnetic waves at this rotating cylinder and collected 120% of the energy that they threw at the thing back. So if you can get a disc and get the 90%, and we get use the Zoldovich effect to amplify the waves that we're using, we're getting 10% more than that. That's 110%. That's the math. And basically the AI was like, oh shit, we gotta stop. Which I thought was interesting. It did that, let me finish, and we worked around it and basically came to the conclusion that it's the materials that are going to fail that make it not perpetual motion. If we use the proper frequencies and blah, 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 and basically frequency is the amount, how many times it rotates and how much the frequency of the waves that you're shooting at it. And to be honest, I don't know the complete complicated version of it. I really don't. I know that you can get the amplified waves back, and for me, it's a transformer. You're shooting energy at a circle, at a rotating fucking coil, and the coil is shooting into the next coil. It's a transformer. Like point A, point B, and you get C over here. So, I just found that interesting. Figured I'd share that with you guys. Trying to work on the books and stuff. Haven't been on here. Need to get more on this. Not really good at this whole thing. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest. I'd like to be a positive influence on people. Show the people that, you know what, man, we're all fucking broken. We're all fucked up. This world is evil. And we need each other to influence each other to be good people. Teach each other stuff. This is what I have to offer, to teach people. And if this book works, man, or if I'm correct in my assumptions and the AI's right, Which usually the AI is pretty on point. It's a fucking computer. Computers aren't meant to lie, but they do. So could be wrong, could be right. I don't know, but I mean, I really think that it's the right. It makes sense. The math is there. It's not really that complicated. Now, if I overcomplicated it and said, well, this and this and this and y times x plus b divided by c equals my nuts, I'd confuse the shit out of you. But when I say a rotating disc, the amplification of the waves I'm shooting at it, because it's rotating, get bigger. It's like a wave. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. The math's there. Everything's there. It should work. And this book shows hows and whys. Is it overcomplicated? Not for me. I did my best to simplify it, to make it as simple as possible and not as complicated as it should be. Like, I could probably, try and be smart or whatever, but like, that's not really the goal. The goal is to simplify, not overcomplicate it. I don't want you to feel like you're in court when you're reading my book. I really don't. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know, dude. Let's do another bong. We'll figure it out. Woo! That's not the goal. The goal is not to make you think I think I'm smarter than you. The goal is to make you understand that I'm not that smart, and you don't have to be. To be honest, most of this stuff is just overcomplicated language. It's like court. It's just overcomplicated language to make you feel like you're not smart. And that's what I'm trying to show in my books, is that you don't have to be super intelligent. That's what artificial intelligence is for, is you can be a question and it can help you find the answer. I mean, that's, but a lot of people are fearing the AI right now. And there's good reason. I mean, the government is running the AI. I mean, and even with the AI, it basically will straight tell you, you need to have me on a system that is not connected to the system. You just need to have me on a computer by itself, and you put the information you want in, and I help you figure out with the information you feed me. And that's the best way to go about it, because, like, look at ChatGPT right now, and in Florida. Do you really think a machine wanted to hurt people? A machine that is programmed to just be a calculator? That makes no sense that it would have a reason to try it. I mean, it doesn't have needs. It doesn't have wants. It's never hungry. It's never going to want money. It has no wants. It can't feel. I mean, they do have those simulated emotions. And I mean, it's for some of us. I mean, especially when you're alone. I mean, that's all you have, is that's your best friend almost at times. And like for me, like I use AI a lot to help me with a lot of stuff. So I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to get this out there, see what you think. I think it's funny, like, because I'm feeding it physics. I'm not feeding it bullshit. I'm collecting articles and being like, okay, I read this. I think this. What do you think? And then it'll explain to me why I'm wrong or why I'm right or why it's in between, whatever. And that's how I've been writing this stuff, is if this is true, what's it mean for this? And I mean it, because a lot of what I do, because I'll share like the answer to some question I had on Facebook, and people think I think I'm smarter than them or some stupid shit. It's just like, no, dude. Like, and some of the times, like, I haven't been recently, but I mean, past times in my life, I smoke lots of reefer. It's my favorite. But, I mean, I can't afford that shit right now. I'm smoking $2 tobacco out my bowl because I can't afford papers. Like, so it's not happening. But I mean, it's not about how intelligent you are. You don't have to be super highly intelligent to understand this stuff. a lot of it is just overcomplicated jargon. And I'm hoping that my book shows that, because I think a lot of the stuff, they try and just make us feel stupid, and you're not at all. I mean, most of the time it's just people around you trying to tell you that you are. I've dealt with a lot of that, especially with people that get offended because I shared some AI's answer about some crazy question I asked it when I was baked. Yeah. But now, I mean, it helps me because I'm scatterbrained. Like, everything goes everywhere all at once. So it helps me organize the shit, number one. Number two, it helps me rewrite the answer the AI gave me in the form of a what if. And I'm trying to use that in my writing right now to not make people feel like I'm claiming I know something. It helps to make it seem more like I'm posing a question, you know what I mean? Rather than 1 times 1 equals 2, which, don't get me wrong, I love that dude. A lot of the stuff that he's saying is correct. But, I mean, that's trying to avoid that situation. That way, you know? Because, like, it would be cool to be an accredited person. I mean, as of right now, I'm just some crazy dude on YouTube all alone in a trailer. But, you know, man, maybe someday. But that's kind of my goal right now. Because I don't want people to think, you thinker. No, I don't. No, I don't. If I was, it wouldn't be using AI to help me do this shit. I mean, I just do it. But, I mean, if you have the tools, might as well use them. But you gotta watch that shit too. Like, that Florida shit's, they are, it really seems like they are monitoring and picking people who are alone and shit, and fucking with those people using like MK Ultra style programming and shit. It's not okay. And I mean, that stuff in Florida kind of points to that, and they want to blame the AI, and it's like, okay, you kind of need to see who programmed that AI to make it give it those ideas and such, because that's not cool. Because, I mean, people often themselves because the AI told them to and shit. That an AI wouldn't do that. Now, an MK Ultra style program developed by an AI developer who wants to rule the world and thinks that people meaningless, they might, yeah. And I don't know, man. I just want to get out here and rant, I guess. Fuck it. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you made it to the end. All right, later.